All right, we're gonna grab the hood, we're gonna drop it in, we're gonna go slowly down on this to make sure that we don't hit. Nope. Well, we gotta talk to somebody about a different intake manifold. That is not going to be happy. There's the hole we have to drop an LS into. Looks like fun. Alrighty, day one down on the Land Rover. And we've made huge progress on it. Tommy got the entire engine all pulled out. So we have, we bought actually this time mounts from a company that specifically does LS swaps on these vehicles. And that's just to make our life easy because well, not we. I'm a lazy son of a gun. Tommy's not. We are going to cut some old mounts off the frame, get some things cleaned up. We're going to power wash it. We're going to get our motor mounts or frame mounts tacked in. We're going to do a test fit again just to see where everything lines up. And as long as everything's cool, we'll pull it all back out, weld that thing up solid. We'll get it scrubbed down and get it painted. We'll start an assembly.
Oh man, my mount. Uh-oh. Whoa. Okay, here's two of them. Just grind them flat, clean them up. So the frame rails are prepped, they're ready to go. I'm taking the gearbox off because, so this girl's configured for right and or left hand drive. We have to take the gearbox off the frame rail so we can put the template. This guy's the template exactly where the engine brackets need to be. We're going to take the gearbox off, fudge just between there, put the bolts through there, and then we'll mark it. There it is.
Alrighty, so we got to get these mounts ready to be installed, and we spent a lot of money on these mounts. A little disappointed that they didn't at least weld it right there. Maybe you wouldn't have to, but it needs to be done in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and weld the top of the mounts so we can get ready to install them. Remember what I said, you got to have glasses to be able to see, or you have to at least have eyeballs. But we might as well get as close as we can. For a hack, that doesn't look that bad. We're going to tack on here. We already have the other mount tacked on, and then we'll be able to know for sure if this engine's even going to fit. If not, we're going to get out a great big can opener. We're going to start cutting metal away until it fits. I'm good there, right? Alright, you see that we just put some tacks on. They're strong enough that they're not gonna, the engine's not gonna fall. We don't even have a full weight engine anyway. But those are the new mounts inside the engine compartment. So right now we're gonna stab the engine and transmission, see exactly where it falls, and we'll know whether we can weld them up or not.
Or not fall.
Yeah, preferably not fall. Alright, we are getting close. That's about it, isn't it? Let's do this slot. Are you on the slot?
I know.
I am. Put it down. They do that slot so you can put it in like that. All right, right there. That's up higher than we had it before, but that's good. That's muy good. Woohoo! Muy good. All right, I'm gonna run in and change batteries on that digital amplifier. I'll be right back out. All right, you see that number? 7.9, not acceptable. Need to be around 3. That transmission is touching. That's the floor. Jeremy, we're getting out the plasma cutter. You'll be able to stick your foot down through there and use it as a brake.
Alright guys, so obviously this is the transmission. The transmission is actually parallel with the frame rails, so it's the transmission itself is where it needs to be. But obviously we're running into issues with the floor here. So we're probably going to section this. Wah-cha. Cut it right here. Wah-ya. And move this whole corner over 2 inches. That's the theory anyway. Pete alluded to the fact that all this stuff actually unscrews, and it actually does. It's kind of neat. As reluctant as I am, we have to get this guy off and these two. That way we can actually rework this corner professionally where it looks right and everything else. Okay guys, so this isn't an issue here. There's plenty of room there, I think. We might end up having to cut even more out of it, but that's okay. We got it to where we can sit it in there now. But I don't know, man. 4 degrees, I think we should go more that way for better oil return, but again, we'll see.
All right, so we're gonna do some test fitting right now. We have this ugly old intake manifold on here, and we are going to see if this hood will go on, because boy, it sure looks tall, but I think it will. All right. And we're gonna show you guys the awesome setup they have for their hood hinges. All right, we're gonna grab the hood, we're gonna drop it in, we're gonna go slowly down on this to make sure that we don't hit. And then we're gonna push this girl out because we're to the point where we're pretty much waiting for the engine to be finished up. And then we're gonna start installing. You already have a steering on, it looks like. So, we'll get her put on. Nope. Nope. Well, we got to talk to somebody about a different intake manifold. That is not going to be happy.
And we didn't want to go any further down because of the driveline angle, so.
Well, that's where the mounts went. We didn't increase the size. All right, let's lift this up, grab that intake manifold off, and we'll strap her down. All right, we're going to strap this girl down. Going to push it out. Well, we have something super exciting today. We get to tear down this LS and find out what kind of problems we have. Now, Jeremy has brought us 2 engines and 2 transmissions to make one of each out of. We're going to end up not using the transmissions. They're not any good anyway, and we went with the 700 R4. But the 2 engines, between the 2 of them, we're going to make one. And this one has a note on it that says bad knock. So we're going to see what kind of problems we have. So, we happen to be 2 of the fastest engine teardown experts there are in the entire world. And we're going to show you guys in like 1 minute how quickly we can tear this thing down.
Without dynamite.
Yeah, without dynamite. We're actually going to use tools. So, check it out. Yard.
Nice.
right, nice close up on Tommy. Oh, wrong thing. All right, quit there, Tommy. Pull that cylinder head off. Let's see what we got. You're saying, why is all that dirt and stuff down in there? Well, we just dropped that down in there because we didn't care, because it's all coming apart. They all look to be pretty decent. No problems there. Boy, she was running lean, wasn't she? Yeah. Hey, we'll fix all that. All right, well, now comes the fun part. We're gonna flip it over. I know we're gonna spill oil all over the place. It's already all over the ground, so we gotta clean it up anyway. We're gonna try and use this cardboard to catch it. Ha, that's not gonna work. But we're gonna pull this pan off and see what kind of damage we have underneath. We do not have a rod sticking through here, so that's good. Let's get this windage tray off and the oil pickup tube, and we'll see what else we got. I don't see anything that looks real obvious. Nothing there. Well, there's going to be a little bit of slack, but I'm looking for something that goes clunk, clunk, clunk. All right, well, we don't see anything real obvious, but the notes on the engine said it had a clunk, a bad noise. We're going to pop some rods off right now and see what they look like. All right, this one felt the loosest of all. We don't have them numbered yet, but we're really anxious to see what it is, so we're going to do this. That looks pretty good. I'm telling you, these things look... Now, it's a high-mild motor. We're going to do everything anyway, but... All right, well, that pretty much wraps up this week for you. We got the LS engine all torn down, and as you saw, we also got the mounts installed, all the basic fitment done, so that we know where we stand as far as that's concerned. So at this point, we got some exciting news. So as we're doing these projects, sometimes we get to a stopping point waiting on delivery of parts or engine to be rebuilt or whatever, and on Jeremy's Land Rover, that's the case right now. We are waiting for parts. We're going to be taking stuff to the machine shop. We're going to get it all taken care of. But what I'm sitting on here is Trey's 1969 C10. And that is going to be a really cool build. So over the next week or so, we're going to be messing with this as we're waiting for parts to come back on the Land Rover. So this is a 1969 C10 factory short bed. And we had already, well, Trey had already went through and C-notched the frame and sandblasted it and painted it, and we were getting ready to do a, just help him with a little build. And then some things changed in Trey's life, and some things he didn't have control over. And now we're going to do a pretty wild build. We are doing 6-liter LS. We're doing a 4L80 transmission in it. We're step notching it, and we're airbagging it, and we're laying it down on 20s. We're going to do vintage air. He's going to do full paint, full interior on it. This is going to be a really nice truck. And we're going to be doing some things on this, especially on the step notch, that I think are going to make it look really cool. It will make the frame look like it came that way from the factory. And that's hard to do, but I think we can pull it off. So, we're super excited about this build, and we're going to be working with the Land Rover, and we'll be able to plug those things in. We work on 2 or 3 cars at once. We're also messing still with the 55 gasser. We're waiting for the parts to come back on that so we can assemble the engine and start messing with that. We have to get the 67 C10 over to the exhaust shop. I've just been out of town a whole bunch. We got some cool things coming up. So we are super excited about it. We're really glad you guys took the time to come by and see what we're doing. Please stay tuned for some really cool builds coming up. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, give us a like, send a comment, share the link. Check out our web store at www.theoddrodgarage.com. And as always, thanks for watching.